the yesterday. I'll just take a moment to give you the gist about the book. So, it starts with the search of Shiva as a destroyer, the transformer, the silent witness, did not end in a temple, a book, or a doctrine. It ended in myself. Even today, I must admit honestly, I have not found all answers. Perhaps that is not the purpose. Purpose is the search itself is true. I was not particularly inclined towards writing books. The books were born not out of an ambition or a desire to be an author. It emerged from frustration, the quiet, persistent frustration of not being able to express what was unfolding me to the world outside. Words spoken were not enough. Conversations fell short, and almost unwillingly I turned inward. I sat with my thoughts, I questioned them, I wrestled with them, and somewhere in that internal struggle, writing began. Not as planned, not as a career decision, but as necessity. Becoming a writer without intent to. Like many writers, I never truly believed I could be one. The real struggle was never talent. The real struggle was permission, giving myself permission to take my own thoughts seriously and call myself writer without apology. Publishing is not romantic. It is silence, it is doubt, it is constantly questioning your own voice. It was wondering whether your book is too philosophical, too layered, too slow, too intense, or simply too you. With Origin of Empires, I was told repeatedly that it did not fit into a box. Too spiritual, too psychological, too ambitious. But fires do not fit in boxes. The turning point came when I stopped writing for valuation and started with writing for truth. When I accepted that not every book is meant for every reader, but the right book always finds the right one. They did not the Rise Insight understood this, and they did not ask me to dilute the fire. They respected its depth. They understood that literature does not always need to comfort. Sometimes it needs to confront. This award is not just recognition, it is assurance. So each fire in this book, Buddhi, Ahankara, Mana, Chitta, Kama, Krodha, Moha, Lobha, Mada, Matsana, is not a character. It is us. They are not villains, not as saints, but as human beings. This book asks one simple, difficult question. Are you mastering the fires, or is your fire mastering you? If even one reader pauses, reflects, or feels less alone in their inner chaos, then this book fulfilled its purpose. This award is not an ending, it is a responsibility. The origin of 10 Fires marks the beginning of a larger literature journey. Stories that explore human psychology, ancient wisdom, and modern conflict. Stories that do not rush to provide answers but invite reflection. I want to write books that feel quietly, books that unsettle gently, books that remind us that growth is not the absence of fire, but learning how to sit with it. To every writer in this room who is struggling, doubting, or waiting, remember this: your voice does not need permission, your story does not need approval, your fire exists for a reason. Today, I accept this honor not just for myself, but for every version of me that almost remained silent, for every writer who writes alone, every story waiting to be born. Thank you, Rise Insight. May all continue to write, not in first of all, but to understand ourselves.